Alright, what we have here is a fluke I caught today. I'm going to show you how to fillet it. This was a nice size fluke. It's about 22 inches. And we're going to get 4 fillets out of it. What you want to start with is some sharp knives. I usually like to start with just a regular kitchen knife to start my cuts, and then a fillet knife to work my fillets. I don't really like to use my fillet knife to do my starting cuts because I like it to keep it nice and sharp, and I don't want to run it on any bones. You'll see what I mean. You're also going to want something to sharpen your knives with. These sharpening rods work real nice. Just run it a few times. Same thing for your fillet knives. And then I usually like to have a spare fillet knife just in case the knife I have goes dull. So what we're going to start with is the initial cuts. You're going to find that you're going to want to make an angled cut to start. There's a lot of meat up here. This is all meat. The meat runs pretty much like this. This is all guts down here. So we'll start the cut up here. Come down on an angle. You're going to see guts and blood come out, so make sure you have napkins ready to go. And start with that cut first. So we made a diagonal cut. Second cut we're going to make is down the spine. The fish has a line right here that goes all the way down. This is the spine right here. We're going to make that cut right down the spine. Like so. Okay. So now we got the 2 cuts. We got the diagonal cut and the cut down the spine. So now we spread up the fillets into 2 halves. Here's one fillet, here's the other fillet. So this was the knife I started with. Now I'm going to move over to my fillet knife. What we're going to do is you're going to feel for the bone, the spine right here with your thumb. You could feel it. Ride your thumb along that spine and start the cut right here. You'll see the meat coming away from the spine. I don't know if you could see that, but now it starts nicely. So we're starting up here and we're separating that meat. And now a fillet knife is made to bend, and you're going to use that to your advantage. So get that meat away from the spine to start. Ride your thumb down. And this is a nice fish. This was a nice one we caught today. This was a 22-incher. And you can see the meat just coming away. You don't want to leave any meat on the bone. You just want to basically bend the knife and let the knife do the work. See that? See that fillet? See how there's bones? This is all bone here. These are the bones. You want no bones on the fillet. You don't want to cut into the bones. You don't want to break the bones. You just want to let the knife slide like that. Now when you get towards the end, you're going to cut it off. Just like this. It's a nice fillet right there. What you want to do, get yourself a dish. Just leave that there for now. So there's one fillet. Now we're going to work on this one. So to make it easier, we're going to turn the fish around. Ooh, sharp teeth. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to start from this side now. So here's the spine right here. It's like a lip, you'll feel it. Get the knife on the edge of that spine, right on the lip, and start that cut. See how I did that? Hope you could see it. Hope you can see it with the light a little bit better. And remember, it's a fillet knife. They're made to bend, so you can get in there and maneuver. This part here is a little tricky because there's some bones that ride up into the meat right here. So you're going to have to just sacrifice a little bit of meat just to separate it. See how it gets separated there? Okay. Again, we're just going to ride the knife along flat. Nice and flat. We leave no meat behind. Okay. And now, just cut that off. And there's our second fillet. Look at that. Nice fresh fish. Just caught this today. This was caught in the South Shore of Long Island. Okay, so these two are the most meatiest of the fillets on this side of the fish. We're going to flip it over. On the larger ones, you're going to get fillets on the back side. So, let's do that. And same concept. Again, I like to start my main cuts, the diagonal, and down the spine with not the fillet knife. I like to use a kitchen knife because I don't want to dull the fillet knife, because then I'll have trouble cleaning the meat away from the bone. You need a really sharp knife for filleting. I also like to make the fish a little bit wet. It's a little dry right now. So I'll just grab a little water, wet it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to make our initial cuts now. Again, diagonal. There's meat up in here. There's a lot of good meat over here. The meat line runs like this. See the meat line right there? We don't want to waste that. Some people cut this way, and then you waste this meat up here in this pocket. So rather than going straight, start up here, like that, and then come down diagonal. There's guts down here, so you're going to get a little bit of a mess. Okay, so we got our first cut, and then we're going to come in on our spine. Spine runs here. Spine right down it. Right down the spine. You can feel the spine in there. Alright. Clean my knife off right on the fish. Clean off my fillet knife too. Alright, so this one's a little harder to fillet off because it's not as much meat, but can't let anything go to waste here. So we're finding the spine, and we're starting that first cut like that. Again, over here is a little tricky because there's some bones, but you gotta like find them and separate them from the meat. Like that. Okay, so once you got that started nice, see that start, now it's going to come off easy. So come back here, put pressure on the knife, ride it right on these bones and just slide. And just slide. Just slide. No rush. See, a lot of these videos, people rush through filleting the fish, and they waste a lot of meat. Not me. Okay. And then we're going to cut this away. Look at that. It's a nice fillet right there. Nice fish, healthy fish. And that's the back side. And it came out with a nice fillet. Alright, last one. This is the fourth fillet. Again, here's the spine. Start that cut right along the spine. Clean my knife off a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. Flatten, put pressure, flatten it out, let it slide. A sharp fillet knife is very important to filleting a fish properly. Here's some of the guts, we're going to pull those away, we don't want that. We're going to cut this away. Boom. Another really nice fillet. Alright. So, now we got the fillets away from the fish. Got a garbage bag. Here's the guts. I sometimes check the field to see if there's anything that they ate in the stomach, so I can kind of know what they're feeding on. Usually there's crabs inside, but I'll spare you so it's not all disgusting on this video. Alright, right in the garbage. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clean up these fillets. Okay. Alright, so we'll start with this fillet here. What we're going to do is we're going to separate the skin from the meat. This is, some people do it certain ways. You know, they'll just ride it right through. They're fine with that. I find that if it's your first time or it's your first time filleting a fish, I like to poke a little hole right here. Just run the knife in there. Be careful you don't cut yourself. Put a little hole like that. See the little hole I made? Now, what you can do is put your finger in there. Now you get a little gripper. Alright? I like a wet knife during this part of the process. And what we're going to do is you want to get the knife under the meat and flat against the skin underneath. And I like to use the bottom part of the knife, not the top part of the knife. The bottom. So bring it to the edge and let the knife do the work. A sharp knife will just pull the meat clean from the skin. Very easy. Just like that. Garbage. Nice fillet. Nice fillet. It's one. Again, we're going to get the skin off from the meat. Make a little hole. Something to grip onto. Careful you don't cut yourself. Put your finger in there. See? And rock it back and forth. It'll help you. Another fillet. No meat left. Nice and clean. Second one. After you do this a few times, you'll catch the hang of it. But this is how I like to do it. Again, make the hole, rock the knife, whoop, back and forth, let the knife do the work. Nice and clean. 3. Let me turn the light on. Had the light on. Alright. Last one. Careful you don't cut yourself here. Sometimes the hole breaks, but just a little something to hold on to. You don't need a lot. And let the knife do the work. See how I rock it? That's it. Beautiful. Garbage. Another clean fillet. Alright. So, now, what we're going to do is, we're going to just make sure these fillets have no bones in them. So I'll go back to my kitchen knife now. Now you'll feel here sometimes, this is little bones in here. You can see the line right here. See that line? We're going to clean that. Get rid of that. Feel again. Nice, no bones. Okay. Up here, we're going to try to clean this up too. This is part of the top fin. We don't want that. So again, you'll see a line. Cut this away. Get rid of that. One beautiful fillet right there. Next one. Not all of them have bones. This one's nice. This one's good. Oh, feel one right here. There's some bones right here I missed. Just gonna do that. Get rid of this. Beautiful. 2 beautiful fillets. Okay. Feel bones right here. There's little bones in this corner here. I can feel them. So, I don't want to waste too much meat, so I'm just gonna cut away those bones. That's it. The bones are stuck in there. Get rid of it. Feel again. Nice. Nice fresh Fluke. Feel it again. Nothing. Beautiful. Alright. So now we got that. Clean the plate. And this is the yield. Beautiful. So that's how you fillet a Fluke. Fillet a Fluke. Fillet a Fluke. And I mean, again, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Again, the most important part of the process: good knives, a sharpener. Sometimes you want to, you know, I have a couple of in there. There's more in the bucket, but I'm not gonna fillet another one on the camera. But in between fish, what I like to do is I'll sharpen the knives again. Sharp knife just makes the process easier. It separates the meat from the bones. And again, I think you'll find that having a kitchen knife to start the diagonal cut and the one along the spine will save your blade on your fillet knife for the delicate cutting, which you really want to be razor sharp. So, and remember, bend the knife, put pressure so it's flat. So when you're separating the meat, it's not on an angle. You're not doing this. You're doing that. Use your thumb, guide it. And that's it. Have a garbage and plenty of napkins, and this is what you'll be ended up with. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.